Now, over the weekend, Mama Ida Odinga celebrated her 70th birthday. And that event was attended by several leaders in this country. And later on, Raila Odinga shared a photo of Mama Ida Odinga during her youthful days. And I can tell you one thing for sure, that Mama Ida Odinga was very beautiful. And indeed, Mama Ida Odinga remains one of the most beautiful women we have in this country. But there's one thing which I also learned from that event. Because in politics, there are certain things which you can only learn from events like what happened during that particular event. Who attended that event? That event, according to list which was shared by Dennis Itumbi, that event was attended by Mohoho Kenyatta, though I didn't see him in any of the photos. Then there was Peter Kenneth, who was prominent in the photos. There was Beatrice Elashi. There was David Murathe, who was also very prominent in the photos. There was Francis Atwoli, who was seen dancing and enjoying the event. You know, Ndugu Francis Atwoli is one of the happy souls in this country. In fact, over the weekend, I was in some event in Katito, and someone was asking me that he has never seen, for example, the deputy president, William Samoei Ruto, dancing happily, the way you would always find Uhuru Kenyatta dancing, you would always see Raila Odinga dancing to some music, you would always see Ndugu Francis Atwoli. So Francis Atwoli is one man who enjoys life. So he was present there. There was Anne Waiguru. And again, the presence of Anne Waiguru in that event, one subscriber on this platform, Ngige, I'm not going to mention his other name, from Kirinyaga, was telling me after that event that the presence of Anne Waiguru in this particular event is actually denting the image of Raila Odinga. I don't know how. Then there was also Fatuma Gedi. There was Gladys Wanga. I also saw James Orengo dancing there. I saw Raila Odinga's elder brother, Oburu Odinga, and several other leaders. So from that list, we can easily conclude that the meeting at Ndugu Francis Atwoli's home in Kajiado is crafting an alliance. And I've been reliably informed that this team has already agreed to a lineup. And today I want us to look at this lineup, and I want to do it differently from the way I've always been doing them. I want to seek for your honest opinion and let me know whether this team can actually succeed in winning the presidency. Now, this is the team which they are coming up with. Raila Odinga is being proposed for the presidency, and it's only one-term presidency. So Raila Odinga will be at the top there. Then they are proposing to have a prime minister. That one, if the Building Bridges Initiative referendum is going to pass through, is going to go through. So they are proposing a prime minister. So in prime minister, they are proposing Peter Kenneth. Remember, initially, there were talks that Uhuru Kenyatta was going to go for the prime minister. But from all indications, Uhuru Kenyatta might not be very keen on remaining in power. So Peter Kenneth is likely to be proposed, or Peter Munya. But Peter Kenneth is favored, and that's why you've been seeing him in most of this particular event at Ndugu Francis Atwoli's home. Then there is the proposed deputy president. And here they're proposing two people. The first one on the list is Kalonzo Musyoka. But you know, for Kalonzo Musyoka to survive, he might decide to run for the presidency. But if he won't agree to run for the presidency, then he will join this team as the deputy president. But should Kalonzo refuse, then these guys are proposing Mukisa Kitui to be the running mate to Raila Odinga. I think they're looking at the numbers. Because remember, NASA collapsed, so Kalonzo was in Ukambani. So if he accepts, then Ukambani will be safe. But if he won't accept, it means Ukambani will go. But now, Western, they're now proposing Mukisa Kitui. And you can read the coup in Ford, Kenya through that lens. Then they're also proposing two deputy prime minister. Of course, the deputy president are actually supposed to be two. So they're also proposing two deputy prime ministers. And here is where Gideon Moi is coming into the picture, and also Hassan Joho is coming into the picture. And then there are other players, people like Oparanya, who is going to to be a serious minister in that government. Then we are going to have someone like Kingi, another minister, then Farah Malim, another minister, and currently we have a guy from Western Kenya, Eugene Omalo, who is now going to run for the gubernatorial seat in Trans Nzoia. And Fred Matiang'i is also proposed to remain in his docket. But again, in President Uhuru Kenyatta's camp, there is the thinking that two people should run, that we should have, if the constitution will not be changed, then there should be Mutahi Kagwe and Fred Matiang'i on a ticket, where Fred Matiang'i will be the presidential candidate, and then Mutahi Kagwe becoming the running mate. And that's why you saw in my previous video earlier today, you saw I explained why Tony Gashoka is actually hitting and destroying David Murathe. So that camp is also there, but that camp is hoping that the constitution is not going to be changed. But assuming the constitution is going to be changed, do you think at a lineup with Raila Odinga as the presidential candidate, then with the two deputy presidents, Mukisa Kitui and Kalonzo Musyoka, and a prime minister in the name of Peter Kenneth, and two deputy prime ministers, Hassan Joho and Gideon Moi, can deliver the presidency. I want your honest opinion on that. They are basing this on the assumptions that some of these leaders are actually going to bring numbers. And they're also banking on the support of Raila Odinga. Their calculation is that in Nyanza, Raila Odinga is actually going to deliver the votes. And that's not in any doubt. And with the support of Fred Matiang'i, now the entire Nyanza is likely to be won. Then they're also expecting Western Kenya. And in Western Kenya, Mukisa Kitui coming as a deputy president is likely to entice them to support that camp. So if they consolidate Western Kenya, and remember, their fear has always been the Bukusu and the Bungoma area. And since Mukisa Kitui comes from that area, they expect the rest like Busia, which is ODM zone, and Kakamega, with the support of Oparanya, to stay and support them. And then you go to the coast, they expect coastal region to be excited at the possibility of one of their own, Hassan Joho, running for the deputy prime minister. And in return, the Mijikenda guys are going to have Amason Kingi. So the only question is, what will happen to Kingi if William Ruto will decide to now give Amason Kingi the prime minister's post instead of the deputy president? I mean, instead of the deputy prime minister. So, assuming that will not happen, and we have Kingi and Hassan Joho, then Coast, they believe, will still remain intact. And of course, because Coast has traditionally voted for Raila Odinga. In central Kenya, they hope, or the larger Mount Kenya region, they hope that Peter Munya and Peter Kenneth will be able to deliver the votes with the support of President Uhuru Kenyatta. I don't know whether that ticket will work. And should Kalonzo Musyoka stick with them, then it means Ukambani, because one thing I know for sure is that Ukambani will always remain with Kalonzo Musyoka. And now, if that's going to be the lineup, then it means people like Ngilu, people like Alfred Mutua, and even Kibwana might decide now to join hands with this. But do you think that team can deliver the presidency to Raila Odinga? I want to listen, or I want to hear your thoughts on this particular lineup. Because, you know, William Ruto is also banking on the expanded executive to also appease Central Kenya. He has on his side, William Ruto has on his side in Central Kenya, he has Moses Kuria as a potential prime minister or even deputy president. He has the guy who was kicked out, Mwangi Kiunjuri, as a standby, because we all know that Central Kenya will vote for the deputy president. But the thing is, what will the deputy president offer them in return? So the deputy president must give Central Kenya either prime minister or the deputy president, or deputy president. Which means, if this other camp is going to give Peter Kenneth the prime minister, then in return, Ruto must also give someone from that other side the prime minister. So the question is, which camp is likely to win? Now you go to Ukambani. William Ruto's approach, in my view, is not very good. But should Kalonzo Musyoka decline to be the deputy president to Raila Odinga, then it means Kalonzo Musyoka is still going to run. But the effect is that something is convincing me that William Ruto has a upper hand in Ukambani than Raila Odinga. Because if Kalonzo Musyoka will bolt out, then it means Ukambani people will feel that they've been betrayed by Raila Odinga. But William Ruto's biggest headache, in my view, is at the coast. Because at the coast, he's hoping that because of Uhuru Kenyatta, they didn't get votes there, but he's hoping to get votes there. But who can he give what position? Is it Amason Kingi? Amason Kingi, in my view, would be a good bet for the deputy president. But do you think Amason Kingi can agree to that? Remember, Amason Kingi was first appointed a cabinet minister by Raila Odinga. He became governor, courtesy of ODM party. Raila Odinga favored Amason Kingi to become the governor. But the question is, do you think Amason Kingi can decide to go with the deputy president? Of course, in politics, it's all about interest. So, if Amason Kingi will be offered deputy prime minister and Joho deputy prime minister, then itakuwa ngori hapo. Because the deputy president will then go to Kwale and use people like Salim Mvurya. But I don't think Aisha Jomwa and Jicho Pevu will add any value to the deputy president when now the rubber meets the road. I don't think they will be able to sustain that campaign. And then you go to Western. In Western Kenya, assuming Muhisa Kitoi is offered the running mate, if the constitution is going to allow for 2 deputy presidents, then what it's going to mean is that Bukusu or the Bungoma side is likely to go with Muhisa Kitoi. But I'm not sure whether the deputy president will be able to get someone as a deputy president from Western Kenya, unless Musalia Mudavadi will now swallow his pride and agree to be the deputy president's running mate. If that will happen, then it's going to change the entire equation there. But if that will not happen, then the deputy, because in Western Kenya, let's face it, can Didmas Baraza be running mate? I don't think. What about Ben Washali? Washali is weakling. Who else? Dan Wanyama? I don't think so. Who can be deputy president's running mate from Western Kenya if not running mate, if not Musalia Mudavadi? Because I know Moses Wetangula has already decided he's going to run as the governor for Bungoma. Then you come to Nyanza. If Raila will be running, and in Kisii, the deputy president also has a bit of challenge because of the perennial tribal clashes along Borabu border there, historically, and you remember even sometimes back, he was chased there. I don't know whether he'll succeed there if Matiang'i will be on this side. But again, in Kisii, who can he make the prime minister? Can he dangle the prime minister to Kisii? Because if Raila will be running, what Nyanza will just eat the deputy president's money. They won't give him votes. So I want to listen to your views on this particular lineup, especially Raila Odinga as the president, deputized by Kalonzo Musyoka and Muhisa Kitui as the deputy president, assuming the constitution is going to be changed. Then we have the prime minister as Peter Kenneth, and then the 2 deputy prime ministers as Joho and Gideon Moi. That lineup, can it deliver the presidency to Raila Odinga? Please let me read your comments below. Thank you guys, and I want to continue thanking you guys for your support. And the only request I want to continue asking you guys to do for me is to help me create interactions. How do you do that? Giving the video thumbs up or thumbs down. If you like the video, thumbs up. Because from thumbs up, I'll know the video was good. From thumbs down, I know the video was bad, then I can improve. Then you also drop your comments. And by dropping your comment, it means it gives us opportunity to also comment, read those comments, and interact there. Then from there, we can be able to improve. But the best one is just to share the video in your WhatsApp groups So many people are doing that. I know a guy in Australia who is doing that so much. I know several people because there are some WhatsApp groups where I am, and I see people dropping these videos. So by sharing, it means you expose the video to people who probably are not members to the channel, and by that way they can actually turn to be members. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.